My beloved child, listen closely and do not rush past this moment. I have drawn you here not by accident, not by habit, not by curiosity, but by design. Time itself bends when I speak to you, and today, on this day you call the 26th of December, I am nearer than you think. The urgency you feel in your spirit is not fear, it is recognition. Something within you already knows that this moment matters. You did not open this by chance. You opened it because your soul heard me calling long before your mind understood why. There are only minutes left in this window I have prepared for you, and yet do not think of it as pressure. Think of it as alignment. When heaven moves, it moves precisely. When I send insight, it arrives at the exact second it must. I have watched you wait, wonder, question, and quietly endure. I have seen the nights when you spoke no words but your heart was loud. I heard the prayers you thought were too small, too repetitive, too uncertain to reach me. I assure you now, every one of them reached me. I am sending you clarity through unseen messengers, through insights you will suddenly understand, through words that land differently today than they did yesterday. What is coming to you today will not look dramatic at first. It may arrive as a message, a realization, a phone call, a delay that redirects you, or news that feels surprising because it breaks the pattern you had grown used to. Do not dismiss it. What seems ordinary to the world is often extraordinary in my hands. You have been in a season where silence tested your trust. You wondered if waiting meant forgetting. You questioned whether doors would ever move, whether hearts would ever change, whether the weight you carried would ever lift. Hear me clearly now, waiting was not punishment. Waiting was preparation. I was strengthening discernment in you so that when the shift came, you would recognize it without confusion. Today carries a turning point energy, not because the date is special, but because you are ready. Readiness changes everything. When you become ready, I do not delay. I move quickly, efficiently. And often in ways that surprise you. The news coming today connects directly to something you prayed about before you learned how to let go. It connects to a conversation you replayed in your mind. It connects to a decision you were afraid to make because you did not yet trust the outcome. I have been working behind what you could see, untangling what you could not fix, softening what you could not control. I know you sometimes felt like you were doing everything right and still standing still. But stillness is not stagnation. Roots grow in silence. Strength forms when no one is watching. I was building depth in you so that what comes next does not overwhelm you. You are not about to receive something that breaks you, you are about to receive something that confirms you. There is a release happening today. Not just a release of answers, but a release of emotional weight. You are being freed from carrying responsibility that was never yours to begin with. You are being freed from interpreting silence as rejection. You are being freed from believing that delay means denial. What you will hear today will realign your understanding. It will bring a quiet peace that does not need explanation. Pay attention to how your body reacts when the news comes. Peace is your confirmation. Calm is your sign. Even if the message challenges you, even if it asks you to step forward or let go, you will feel steadiness beneath it. That steadiness is me. I do not speak through chaos. I speak through truth that settles deep and stays. You have been protected more than you realize. Some things you wanted earlier would have wounded you if I had allowed them then. Some people you wished would return were never meant to stay. I was not withholding love from you, I was preserving it. Now, as this cycle closes, you are stepping into discernment that no longer needs validation from others. You will know when something is right because it will not require you to abandon yourself. Do not rush to explain what happens today to anyone. Let it settle in you first. There is wisdom in sacred silence. There is power in letting understanding take root before you speak it aloud. What I am showing you today is personal. It is tailored to your journey, not anyone else's timeline. You are not late. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are exactly where alignment finds you. Trust that what opens now opens because you are strong enough, wise enough, and ready enough to receive it without fear. I am with you in the minutes you think are few and in the future you cannot yet see. Breathe. Stay open. Watch carefully. What arrives today carries more meaning than you expect, and it marks the beginning of a shift that will continue unfolding long after this moment passes. Stay with me a little longer, my child. Do not let your attention drift, because what I am unfolding now builds upon what your spirit has already begun to recognize. You may feel a gentle pull inward, a quiet alertness, as though something unseen is lining up. That sensation is not imagination. It is awareness awakening. When heaven moves close, the soul responds before the mind can explain it. You have reached a threshold moment. Not a loud one, not the kind that announces itself with noise, but the kind that changes direction. These moments often arrive softly, yet they carry the power to reroute an entire season. I want you to understand this clearly. The surprising news you are about to hear is not random information. It is confirmation. It is correction. It is protection. And it is connected to a choice you will soon be asked to make, whether outwardly or within your heart. You have learned much through disappointment, though I never intended disappointment to define you. You learned patience when you wanted speed. You learned restraint when you wanted expression. You learned faith when evidence was scarce. Those lessons were not wasted. They prepared you to hear truth without panic and opportunity without desperation. Today, when information reaches you, you will not respond the way the old version of you would have. That is how you will know you have grown. There were times you felt watched but unsupported, as if responsibility was heavy and reassurance was light. But hear me now, you were never unsupported. I was steadying you from beneath the surface. Ensuring that when pressure came, it refined you rather than crushed you. I was teaching you how to stand without needing applause, how to wait without resentment, how to hope without clinging. These are not small strengths. They are rare ones. The message you receive today may shift how you see someone, including yourself. It may reveal intentions that were hidden, or it may expose a path that had been quietly opening while you were focused elsewhere. Do not fear what is revealed. Truth is never sent to harm you. Truth is sent to free you. Even when it surprises you, even when it challenges what you assumed, it ultimately brings peace. I know you have been cautious with your heart. You had to be. You learned that not everyone who speaks gently carries good intentions. You learned that promises can be fragile. But do not confuse caution with closure. I am not asking you to reopen old wounds. I am inviting you to step forward with wisdom instead of walls. There is a difference, and today you will sense it. You may notice small signs aligning around you, repeated words, unexpected encounters, a sudden memory resurfacing, a feeling of calm urgency. These are not coincidences. They are markers, guiding your attention. Follow them gently. Do not force meaning. Let meaning reveal itself naturally. What is meant for you does not require strain. Remember this: I do not rush you, but I do prepare you. I do not overwhelm you, but I do awaken you. I do not confuse you, but I do stretch you beyond what once felt safe. Growth often feels like standing at the edge of something new, unsure of the next step yet certain you cannot stay where you were. That is where you are now. You are entering a phase where discernment becomes clearer than doubt, where your intuition sharpens, where your prayers shift from why to how. This is maturity of the spirit. And it is beautiful. Do not underestimate how far you have come just because you are still becoming. Stay present today. Do not numb yourself with distraction. Do not overanalyze every sensation. Simply be aware. Listen more than you speak. Feel more than you fear. When the news comes, and it will, receive it with an open heart and grounded mind. You are not being tested, you are being trusted. I am closer than your breath, steadier than your thoughts, and more invested in your future than you can imagine. This moment is part of a larger unfolding, one that honors every tear, every prayer, every quiet act of endurance you thought went unnoticed. Remain open. Remain calm. Remain faithful. What is aligning today is only the beginning of what I am about to reveal. Come closer, my beloved. Let your heart remain open, because what I am revealing now reaches deeper than information. It touches intention, timing, and trust. You may not see it yet, but a subtle rearranging is already taking place around you. Things you once thought were fixed are loosening. Paths you believed were closed are quietly being reconsidered. This is not coincidence. This is response. I know you have carried questions you stopped asking out loud because you were tired of hoping. You learned how to appear strong, how to function while uncertain, how to smile while waiting. I saw every moment you chose faith even when doubt whispered loudly. I saw when you almost gave up. When you told yourself not to expect much anymore, just to avoid disappointment. Yet even then, a small part of you kept believing. That small part is powerful, and it is the part one speak to now. Today is not only about what you will hear, but about what you will finally understand. Understanding brings peace that circumstances cannot steal. When the news reaches you, whether through words, silence breaking, or an unexpected development, you will feel something settle inside you. That settling is alignment. That is your spirit recognizing truth. Trust that feeling more than the noise around you. There are things you blamed yourself for that were never your fault. You replayed conversations, decisions, moments where you wondered if you had done more, spoken differently, waited longer. Release that burden now. Growth does not mean perfection. It means learning, adapting, and continuing even when unsure. I am not measuring you by your mistakes. I am honoring you for your perseverance. You are stepping into a clearer season. This does not mean everything becomes easy, but it does mean everything becomes more honest. Masks fall away, yours and others. You will no longer feel the need to chase clarity. It will come to you. You will no longer need to beg for understanding. It will be offered. And where it is not offered, you will finally feel strong enough to walk away without bitterness. Pay attention to how your priorities begin to shift. What once consumed your thoughts will slowly lose its grip. What once felt distant will begin to feel possible. This is how transformation often works, not in sudden leaps, but in quiet reorientation. You are being guided away from what drains you and toward what strengthens you. I know part of you is still afraid to fully believe, afraid to be disappointed again. That fear is understandable, but it does not have the final say. You are not being led into uncertainty, you are being led into truth. And truth, even when challenging, never abandons you. You are more prepared than you realize. You have discernment now where you once had doubt. You have boundaries now where you once overextended. You have patience now where you once panicked. These are signs of growth. These are signs that you are ready for what comes next. Let today be a day of gentle awareness, not anxious expectation. You do not need to force anything to happen. What is meant to reach you will find you. Stay grounded. Stay open. Stay faithful. Even if the news surprises you, it will not destabilize you. It will clarify you. I am not distant from your life. I am woven into it. Every delay had purpose. Every silence had meaning. Every closed door redirected you towards something that fits you better than you knew to ask for. You are not walking alone into this next phase. I go before you. I stand beside you. I remain within you. Trust what unfolds today, even if you do not yet see the full picture. Clarity often comes in layers, and today is one of them. Rest in this knowing, you are held, you are guided, and what is aligning now is working in your favor, far more than you can currently imagine. Remain here with me, just a little longer. Let your breathing slow. Let your thoughts soften. You do not need to hurry through this moment, because what I am doing now works best when you are present, not strained. I am not asking you to figure everything out. I am asking you to trust that you are being carried through something meaningful. There is a gentle but decisive shift happening within you. You may notice it as a subtle calm, or a quiet courage rising where hesitation once lived. This is not emotional fluctuation. This is inner alignment. When your inner world begins to agree with truth, confusion loses its grip. You are entering that agreement now. You have spent a long time trying to read signs, decode silence, and understand why certain things felt delayed or distant. I want you to know this: what you could not understand before was not hidden to confuse you, but protected until you were ready to see it without pain. Timing is an act of love. Had you known earlier what you know now, it would have overwhelmed you. Growth made space for understanding. The news that touches your life today carries a message beneath the message. Listen beyond the surface. What matters most is not only what is said, but what is confirmed within you. You will sense a quiet certainty replacing old doubt. You will realize that something you feared losing no longer holds power over you. That realization is freedom. I know you have been careful with your expectations. You told yourself not to hope too much, not to imagine too far ahead. That caution kept you safe for a time, but you no longer need to live guarded in the same way. Wisdom has replaced naivety. Discernment has replaced fear. You can open your heart now without losing yourself. Notice how you are beginning to choose peace over proving, clarity over control, truth over attachment. These choices may feel small, but they are reshaping your future. Every time you choose what aligns with your soul instead of what soothes your anxiety, you step closer to the life prepared for you. You are not missing anything meant for you. What passes you by was never yours to carry. What stays with you now is purposeful. Release the urge to chase what does not respond. Release the need to convince what does not choose you. Your value is not measured by pursuit. It is revealed by alignment, there is healing happening quietly in places you stopped paying attention to because you thought they were already settled. Old emotional patterns are loosening. Old fears are losing authority. Old questions are finding answers without struggle. This is how restoration often works, softly, steadily, without announcement. I am teaching you how to move forward without dragging the past behind you. Memory does not have to mean bondage. You can remember without reliving. You can honor lessons without reopening wounds. This is maturity of the heart, and you are stepping into it with grace. You may soon be asked to respond to a message, an opportunity, a truth that requires action. When that moment comes, do not respond from urgency. Respond from alignment. What is meant for you will not pressure you into confusion. It will invite you into clarity. It will respect your peace. Trust the calm that is growing inside you. Trust the steady knowing that you are no longer where you were. You are not becoming someone else, you are returning to who you were always meant to be. Before fear distorted your vision, I am not only guiding your steps, I am shaping your perception. Soon, you will look back at this season and realize it was not about waiting for something outside of you to change. It was about allowing something within you to become strong enough to receive what was already on its way. You are safe to let go now. Safe to release old expectations. Safe to believe again, not blindly, but wisely. What unfolds next will meet you where you are, not where you used to be. Stay grounded today. Stay attentive. Stay gentle with yourself. You are not behind. You are right on time. And what is moving toward you carries peace, clarity, and purpose, far deeper than you once imagined. I remain with you, now and always. Stay still with me. Let the noise of urgency fall away, because what is meant for you does not rush you, it recognizes you. I want you to feel this moment, not as something slipping away, but as something opening. There is a difference between time running out and timing coming together. Today is about alignment, not pressure. You may notice that your thoughts are quieter than usual, or that certain worries no longer feel as heavy as they did even yesterday. This is not because your circumstances have suddenly changed, but because your inner position has. When your heart shifts, reality begins to respond. You are learning how to stand without leaning on fear, and that is powerful. There were seasons when you tried to hold everything together, believing it was your responsibility to fix what was breaking, to rescue what was drifting, to understand what refused to make sense. That burden was never meant to be yours alone. I am gently lifting it from you now. You will feel the difference, not as excitement, but as relief. What is unfolding around you today may feel subtle, but subtle does not mean small. A single realization can free years of tension. A single truth can quiet countless questions. You are receiving one of those truths now. Let it sink in slowly. Do not rush to define it. Truth settles best when it is allowed to breathe. I know you have been alert for signs. Sometimes afraid of missing something important. I want you to rest from that vigilance. What is meant to reach you will not slip past you. I am not a God who whispers and hides. When it is time, I speak clearly enough for the willing heart to hear. There is something you are no longer meant to chase. You have already learned what it was meant to teach you. Chasing it further would only reopen what has already healed. Instead, you are being invited to receive. Receiving requires trust, and trust grows where control loosens. Let go now, just a little more. You may feel a gentle prompting to change how you respond, to speak less, to listen more, to pause before reacting. Follow that prompting. Wisdom is guiding you into responses that protect your peace and honor your growth. You no longer need to explain yourself to be understood. Those meant to understand you will. Your heart has been through refinement. You no longer attach easily to what feels uncertain. You no longer ignore discomfort just to keep connection. This is not hardness, it is clarity. And clarity is a gift. It keeps you from settling for what looks familiar but feels wrong. I am preparing you for conversations that will not drain you, opportunities that will not compromise you, and connections that will not confuse you. You do not have to seek them out anxiously. When alignment is right, they will meet you naturally. Ease will be your confirmation. Today marks a quiet closure. Not everything needs a dramatic ending to be complete. Some chapters close because you have outgrown the questions they asked. You no longer need the same answers because you are no longer the same person. Let your heart rest in that truth. You are not losing anything essential. You are shedding what no longer fits your future. What remains will feel lighter, truer, and more honest. I want you to remember this feeling, the calm, the steadiness, the sense of being held. Return to it when doubt tries to speak later. This is your reference point now. This is how alignment feels. This is how guidance sounds. You are not alone in the minutes ahead. Or the days that follow. I walk with you into what comes next. Step by step. Breath by breath. With clarity, not confusion. With peace, not fear. Trust what is settling inside you. Trust what is gently ending. Trust what is quietly beginning. Come, remain in this space with me. Let there be no rush to move on, no urge to look ahead anxiously. What I am doing now is anchoring you, so that whatever comes next does not shake you. You are not standing on uncertain ground. You are standing on truth that has been quietly forming beneath your feet for a long time. I want you to recognize something important. The strength you feel right now did not appear suddenly. It was built through moments you thought were insignificant. Through days you felt unseen, through choices you made when no one applauded you. Every time you chose integrity over ease, patience over reaction, faith over fear, you were becoming someone capable of carrying what is coming without losing yourself. That matters more than you know. There is a new level of awareness opening in you. You will begin to notice when something does not align without needing proof. You will sense when a door is meant to stay closed without feeling rejected. You will recognize peace not as boredom, but as safety. This discernment is not meant to isolate you, it is meant to protect you. You once thought clarity would come as answers from outside, from people, situations, outcomes. But now you are learning that the deepest clarity rises from within. When your inner world becomes settled, the outer world loses its power to confuse you. That is happening now. This is why things that once disturbed you feel distant, as if they belong to another version of you. I know you have wondered if you waited too long, if opportunities passed while you were trying to be patient, if life moved on without you. Hear me clearly, nothing meant for you has passed you by. What missed you was never aligned with your becoming. Timing is not about speed, it is about readiness. And you are ready in ways you were not before. You are also learning that not every ending requires explanation. Some people will never fully understand your growth, your boundaries, your decisions. That is okay. Understanding is not a requirement for peace. You are no longer responsible for being everything to everyone. You are responsible for being honest with yourself and faithful to what I am showing you. as today continues, you may feel drawn to simplify, to step back from noise, to choose quiet, to protect your energy. Honor that instinct. Rest is not avoidance, it is wisdom. Stillness allows truth to surface without distortion. In stillness, you hear me most clearly. What is forming ahead of you will ask for presence, not performance. It will not demand that you abandon who you are. It will meet you where you are whole, not where you are trying to prove something. This is how you will know it is right. What is from me does not drain you, it steadies you. You have been learning how to let go without bitterness, how to forgive without returning, how to love without losing discernment. These are signs of a healed heart. A healed heart does not close itself, it opens wisely. That is who you are becoming. Do not fear the quiet moments today. They are not empty. They are full of recalibration. In these moments, your spirit is catching up with your growth. Your emotions are settling into truth. Your mind is releasing patterns it no longer needs. I am proud of you for not hardening when life was confusing. I am proud of you for continuing to believe even when certainty felt distant. I am proud of you for choosing growth over comfort, even when it was lonely. None of this was wasted. All of it is bearing fruit now. Carry this assurance with you as the day unfolds. You are guided. You are protected. You are exactly where you need to be. Nothing is falling apart, everything is falling into place in a way that honors your future. Stay gentle with yourself. Stay attentive. Stay open. What is ahead will reveal itself step by step, not all at once. And you will meet each step with the wisdom you have earned. I remain with you, in the quiet, in the movement, in every breath. You are never walking alone. My beloved child, as this moment gently comes to rest, I want you to carry one final truth deep within you. Nothing you have experienced, nothing you have felt, and nothing you have endured has been meaningless. Every step, every pause, every unanswered question has shaped you into someone who can now hear me more clearly than ever before. What began with urgency is ending with peace, and that is intentional. Urgency brings attention, but peace brings understanding. I did not call you here to alarm you, but to awaken you. I did not draw you in to make you anxious about time, but to show you that time is working with you, not against you. As this day continues, you may look back at these words and realize that something inside you has already shifted. Perhaps it is subtle. Perhaps it is simply a sense of steadiness, a feeling of being less shaken by what once unsettled you. That is the evidence of alignment. That is the quiet miracle you were prepared to receive. The surprising news you were meant to hear today may already have arrived, or it may still be unfolding in ways you do not yet recognize. Do not limit its form. Sometimes the most important news is not what happens around you, but what resolves within you. A fear dissolves. A hope stabilizes. A decision becomes clear. These are not small things. They are life-shaping moments. I want you to remember this. You do not need to chase certainty anymore. You carry it. You do not need to force clarity. It will meet you. You do not need to fear the future. You are equipped for it. What once felt overwhelming will now feel navigable, because you are no longer standing in the same inner place you were before. You have learned how to listen, to your spirit, to wisdom, to quiet guidance. That skill will serve you well in the days ahead. When confusion tries to return, pause and remember how peace feels. Let peace be your compass. Let calm be your confirmation. There will be new beginnings ahead, but they will not demand that you abandon yourself. They will honor who you have become. There will be connections that feel safe, opportunities that feel aligned, and conversations that feel honest. You will recognize them not by excitement alone, but by the absence of inner resistance. Release the need to replay the past. It has already taught you what it needed to teach. Release the need to control outcomes. Trust has replaced that need now. Release the fear of being misunderstood. Your journey does not require everyone's approval. You are stepping forward with wisdom, not innocence. With hope, not desperation. With faith, not fear. This is the posture that allows blessing to remain, not just arrive. As you move on from this moment, know this with certainty: I am still with you. Not only in moments like this, but in ordinary hours, quiet decisions, and unseen choices. Guidance does not end here, it continues. Gently and consistently, as you live, listen, and trust, carry peace with you today. Let it guard your thoughts. Let it steady your heart. Let it remind you that you are deeply seen, fully known, and carefully guided. You opened this because you were meant to. You stayed because your spirit recognized truth. And you leave this moment stronger, calmer, and more aligned than you were before. Go forward without fear. What is meant for you is already finding its way to you. I am with you.